everyone, welcome back to our channel and to Task 1 Tuesdays. Let's see what we've got today. You recently found out that the local council has decided to demolish a particular building in your area. You disagree with this decision and believe that the building is beneficial for the community. Write a letter to the local councillor. In your letter, explain what you find valuable about the building. Suggest what improvements could be made to the building. Describe how retaining the building could benefit the community as a whole. So, first things first, you need to figure out, are you writing informally or formally? Informal letters are only for friends and family. So we know that this person, the counselor, is not a friend, he's not a family member, and so naturally this is a formal letter. Now, the other thing is always keep your bullet points in mind, and usually the first word or the first phrase of your bullet point will give you some really good pointers. Here, for example, explain. So you need to go into detail. Suggest always means make sure that you use modal verbs because you're suggesting or giving advice. Describe, go into detail about something. So let's start with first, this is the local councillor. You would know their name. So we start with, for example, dear Mr. That can be absolutely any kind of last name, or if you want to use their full last name, full name, first name, last name, that's also okay. So dear Mr. Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde. Okay, don't worry too much about the name thing, just put anything in there. Dear Mr. Smith, that's all, that also works fine, so don't worry about that. Dear Mr. Hyde, what else? The first thing I need to do in a formal letter is tell them, why am I writing? And that only takes up one line. It doesn't take up much of your content. Okay, so in this case, for example, I am writing this to, or this letter is being written to you. You can choose either one. So I am writing this letter to you as a concerned resident of Park Lane, for example. Writing this letter to you as a concerned resident of Park Lane, I have been made aware, or I am aware that, what kind of building is this? Now that's for you to decide. It might be a restaurant, might be a library, might be a museum, might be a school, could be anything, right? So let's say I'm aware that the Rosewood Recreational Center is, or has been, or is soon to be demolished. And I find it quite, well, not shameful, but let's say I'm aware that the Rosewood Recreational Center is soon to be demolished. But now you need to explain what you find valuable about this building, right? Why is this an important building? I'm aware that this center is soon to be demolished, but even though it is of great use to our community, or even though our community, well, I don't know, even though it is still in use, right? People still use it. What else do you find valuable about the building? I'm aware that the Rose Recreation Center is soon to be demolished, even though it is still in use. This building is not just a part of our heritage, right? But also allows, this building is not just a part of a heritage, but has also been designed keeping in mind long-term use, and is a perfect example of the region's architecture. Right? Investment thank you my long-term use, and is a perfect example of region's architecture, having survived, World War bombing, for example. And then suggest what improvements could be made, right? So instead of tearing it down, why not? How about we try, or, how about trying to repair it? I understand that costs may be significant because obviously repairing is expensive. But some strategic repairs now would save us the cost of building, right? Erecting new building. All that is needed is for the second floor to be rebuilt and the foundation to be strengthened so that the building is safe to use for the next 50 or so years. Right? What improvements can be made? You just need to rebuild the second floor, strengthen the foundation, right? How about repairing it? Or how about trying to repair? I'll just change it. How about repairing it? Yeah, I understand that costs may be significant, but some strategic repairs now could save us the cost of erecting a whole new building. All that is needed is for the second floor to be rebuilt and the foundation to be strengthened. Maybe we'll say third floor, right? Depends. The building is safe to use for the next 50 or so years. Now, see, in terms of length, this is like good enough. You don't really need to add more. But if you want to, you can. That's always a choice that's up to you, depending on, how much time you have, how many ideas you have, how much effort you want to put in. That kind of it does depend on you. So, maybe I can like remove this, I understand that repair costs may be significant, but some strategic repairs now could save us the cost of erecting a new building. So you rebuild the third floor. All that is needed is for the third floor to be rebuilt, the walls to be, what do we say? Do we want to repaint the walls, or there's walls, there's ceiling, roof, right? The roof, to be, let's say, and the foundation to be strengthened. There we go. So now we have a little bit more relevant content because what improvements could be made. There we go. Describe how retaining the building could benefit the community, right? If this is done, our residents, both old and young, would have, an amazing place to connect with other residents, right? Connect with other people, engage in sports and other recreational activities, play music, hold exhibitions, and generally breathe new life. Or maybe, well, that's too much. What else can you do in a recreation center? People, a lot of people who, playing music, for example, that is already there. Okay. If this is done, our residents, both old and young, would have an amazing place to connect with other people, engage in sports and other activities, play music, hold exhibitions. Well, what else? What else? How would it benefit the community? And promote local business. All while preserving a piece of our heritage or a piece of our culture. Right? There we go. So that benefits the local populace. If this is done, our residents would have an amazing place to connect with other people, build relationships like that, right? Engage in sports and other recreational activities, play music, hold exhibitions, promote local businesses. There we go. So that's that 45, 61. That's a little bit larger. What I can do is I can make this a little bit more drawn out. Okay, how else? What do you usually do? There's also maybe start and promote local businesses, right? Promote local businesses and strengthen the economy. Local economy, of course, all while preserving a piece of our culture. There we go. And then I look forward to a specific thing, okay? Nothing like I look forward to hearing from you. Big no. I look forward to a time, to a positive consideration of my, because you're requesting, please don't tear the building down, right? And you don't know this person, so you're gonna be yours faithfully, or even sincerely. In this case, it's fine because you're a local resident. You may have met your counselor. That's a very normal thing. So, um, uh, there we go. And your full name, of course, because this person doesn't know you one on one. So they may have lots of residents named Lucy. There we go. So that's 196 words. That was easy. I'll just zoom in a bit so you can see more clearly. So there's our first paragraph. Oops, that's a bit too zoomed in. There we go. Okay. So that's our first paragraph right there. You can pause the screen to have a better look. And we've got our second paragraph right there. The third paragraph as well. And of course, you've got your ending there as well. All right then, so that's that. Leave a comment down below in case there's anything else you'd like me to cover. Don't forget to click on like and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, feel free to share these videos with other people who are preparing for the exam. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye.